Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you had a good couple of days of trading. I doubt you did, especially after today. We did have some good opportunities in the market today if you were trying to pick up something on sale because everything was on sale. So we're going to take a look at the market, what it did today, last couple of days anyway. And did buy some NVAX today, added to that. I'm extremely heavy in NVAX right now, so we're getting to the danger point. But do have some confidence in that company, so we may start unloading some of the higher price shares at some point, but we'll talk about that as we look at the video. But let's go ahead and jump over, take a look at what's going on in the market today. So you can see here, market was down, red across the board here. NASDAQ down 423, Dow down 569, and the S&P was down 90 points. So red across the board. Everything we got's red. Bitcoin did start up with a little green today, but ended up in the red. It's red now. Still moves after hours and never stops trading. So you see Bitcoin was down today. Everything else was down. Of course, Bitcoin drives MSTR and HUT. They're both tied to Bitcoin, but that, as well as the NASDAQ, has a lot to do with what they do. So let's take a look at what happened with them the last couple of days. So here's what happened today. It started out up here, came all the way down to here. Volume very low compared to the average, and then we got a 5-day look at it. You can see it's been on a downward trend since last Thursday, stair-stepping down there. So not heading in the right direction, but if you're trying to pick up some, everybody's talking about a possible run to the end of the year on all the shows I watch. And so if you believe that, this may be an opportunity. September is always a bad month for Bitcoin pretty much. And so any stocks that's tied to that will probably have a rough time too for the month of September. And we do have two that are tied to that, and MSTR being the first one here. They hold a lot of Bitcoin in their treasury, and they've actually put all their cash in it, and they also borrowed money against cash and things like that, and they put it in there. But look at the volume again, low volume, so not a bunch of folks selling here. You can see here on the dip, you see the spikes in the volume there. We'll take a look at the chart here on this one. Same kind of looking chart as Bitcoin, stair step down since Thursday. All right, so, and I think that's when some China news came out about they're banning Bitcoin, which is something that comes out all the time on China. They do it every year, so not something I'm concerned about there. This is more market than anything else today, I would think. HUT, same thing. We've got some HUT shares as well as some options I've got in my Robinhood account that I've opened this year to trade options with, so something I'm trying. Hadn't ever done that a lot, but just buying calls right now. But you can see here another Thursday. Since Thursday, we've had a downward trend, not quite as steep, I don't think, as the MSTR and Bitcoin itself, but the same kind of looking chart there. So that's where we're at on that. Next on our list is the one we really is the most active stock we've got right now as far as what we do. We may add to HUT and MSTR a little bit, but NVAX is the one we've been trading all year as it goes up and down, which it has a tendency to do. But we did have some pretty good volume on it today. You see all the heavy volume in the morning here on the bottom here, and you can see as it fell down, the volume picked up, and I was one of those that was buying. I bought some on the 27th at 230.56, and then I bought some today from between 218. I started buying at 218 and bought all the way down to 207. So it did fall a little bit more than I thought it was going to fall, but again, here we are. We did have a little run up towards the end of the day, and then it sold off. So not something I'm worried about other than the fact I've got a lot of shares. So You can see here we've had a tremendous drop since the good news that came out last week. You can see this level we're at now, and takes us back a ways on this level that we're at here now. You can see here the 6-month chart. This was if you look towards the middle of that chart there, you get that line running at the peak of 3 humps there. So that's hopefully some support right here. If not, we could see it drop down to these levels here, 179, 180. That looks like the next level of support. So we're hoping it doesn't do that. That's another $20 if it does. Hopefully this is going to be support. It has been in the past a couple times, or at least it was resistance and turned into support at some point or another. So let's watch that real close. Low today was 204.50, I believe it was. Let's see here. No, 202. 202.23. So it's trying to hold that level. We're going to see what it does here now. A little green in the after hours, but nothing major going on there. Doesn't look like. But we do have quite a few shares of this right now, and so it's at the point of we're all in on the cash account, but the IRAs are pretty heavy too now. So nothing like cash account, but too many for my comfort level really. But the dip today, I just had to take advantage of that. What I'll probably do, depending on what happens tomorrow, I'll start peeling off those high price shares and reduce my share count unless we have a good day tomorrow. If it has a good day, I may not touch anything. But if it continues to fall, I'm going to have to trim my share count and take a loss. And we did have a decent month so far of pocketing money. So the portfolios are going to be down for the month, it looks like, unless we have a good turnaround tomorrow, which I don't think we're going to have that kind of turnaround tomorrow because we did take a good hit today because of the NVAX that we had. So what we're probably going to do again, if we start having a bad day tomorrow, we may start peeling some shares off. Just got to watch how it's acting. If it looks like it's going to hold this level, we may be hanging in there for a little bit because I think there is some kind of fireside chat tomorrow, possibly. I've seen some comments about that. So we may hold off on that. Maybe some news will come out tomorrow, pre-market, and it will help this thing. But the thing I'm most concerned about right now is the market. We had some consumer confidence stuff that came out today that was not very good. You've got this debt ceiling stuff going on with these, with the Congress going on and that kind of thing. A bunch of political stuff going on there. So that causes concerns in the market. You got the bond rates are going up, which is going to cause the interest rates to go up as well. You got the inflation issues going on too, whether it's transitory or not. I believe it's going to be around a little bit longer. So all that kind of stuff right there is affecting the market. So what you got to look at when this market does what it did today, and your stocks go down like they do, is you got to determine if your stock's broke, or is the company broke, or is the market broke? Okay. So I think what we're seeing right now is more of the market being broke than anything else. Of course, we know NVAX has a tendency to go up and down anyway, but when you got all your stocks going down the same day, it's usually a market-driven type thing, and that's what we have today. So I think it's more of that than anything else, and so we're going to have to just keep an eye on where we're going to be tomorrow. Hopefully, we have at least a flat or halfway decent market day and get some of that back today. But there's so much going on with that infrastructure bill and the debt ceiling and all those things that that's uncertainty, and the market doesn't like uncertainty, and it's worse than knowing what's going to happen. Okay, so the market does not like uncertainty. So until they get some of that stuff settled, we may have a rough go at it here. So what we're going to watch is we're going to watch that share price of NVAX tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some kind of holding a certain level, and it did hold up that level 203 to 204, 205 level pretty decent today, but You know, it could start out $5 or $6 down tomorrow and go down from there again. And that's what gets you in trouble when you start having these steep falls like that. So we're going to be watching that. And if it does look like it's going to have another bad day, we've got to be real quick to decide what we're going to do with the stocks that we have, especially NVAX. Probably NVAX is the only one we're really worried about right now because of the number of shares I've got. So I got some that are high dollar shares that we bought a while back that we may start peeling those off, taking a loss on those because we did pocket pretty good money this month, so it's end up probably being a wash depending on how many we get rid of. We could get rid of a pretty good bit at those high prices and still have a you know, not a bad month as far as pocketing money goes. Now our portfolio is going to be down based on what happened to us today. It's a pretty heavy hit on the portfolio today. We were about even, but today got us really good. So we'll see how that goes. Nothing to worry about. We're just, you know, this is what happens when the markets fall like this, and you're loaded up on a stock, particularly, and one gets beat up, you know, several days in a row. You know, it has a tendency to peel off your gains pretty quick. So, but we're doing good still for the year. I hadn't checked where we're beating markets or not, but I'll check that later on in the week. I think we are. But anyway, it's nothing I'm going to worry about, but I do want to be cautious on having that many shares in the IRAs because we don't want to be too loaded up there. All right, so we're going to watch that, and we'll see how that goes the rest of the week. Tomorrow will be a big day as far as what we're going to do there. So here's NVAX again. After hours, we've got a little bit of green, just barely. Nothing major going on there, it doesn't look like. And Tilray and Nikola both took pretty good hits today. I won't even waste your time with those today, but they've been doing pretty decent, but today everything was down, so not going to worry about even fooling with it or wasting your time on that. Just wanted to jump on here tonight and just to get with you and kind of update you what we've done so far this week. There was a comment about the NVAX about it going down to under 200 again. I really didn't think it was going to do that, but I think that fellow may be right. It looks like it may actually do that. It almost did it today. Hopefully not. But I do think it's different this time as far as where they're going to end up. I think they've got a vaccine. They've got a flu vaccine as well, and so they're going to start having revenue, and in the years to come. So I think that's going to happen. I think they're going to get the approvals. Nothing's changed. Nothing's really changed as far as my thoughts on the company itself. So just got to stay calm. These are the times when it's tough. And today, blood was in the water, and that's when you buy. Even though I was heavy on this shares, I had to add today because of the price that they were at. And of course, it could go down even further. We've seen it get down to the 185 levels before it takes another pump up. But if the market keeps going down, it's a whole different ball game then at that point. So you really gotta have some good news to get through that a bad market day. All right, watch it real close and just hang in there. And don't panic. That's never a good thing when the market goes down. The worst thing you can do is sell. Okay, unless you're just you're down to your last dollar or something. This is opportunity. That's why we have cash on the sideline. By the way, we still have I think it's 40-something% cash, so we're in good shape on cash, and maybe a low 40, and so plenty of room to buy some other things, but definitely gonna see what the market does before I get all in on that. I'd rather have the cash right now. All right, have a great week, and we'll jump back on here later on in the week, probably Friday night sometime. Have a great day. Thanks.